Okay, welcome to this lecture on manometers. So in this video we're going to talk about what manometers are and how we can actually use these devices to measure gas pressure. Now remember, manometers are really used to measure this gas pressure. Now how do we do that? Well, these devices, and I've drawn one here, usually have some kind of a chamber that's filled up with gas, and that chamber is connected to some sort of a tube that's filled with some sort of a liquid down here with constant mass density. And we can use the concepts of hydrostatic equilibrium and everything that we know about liquids and gases to essentially calculate the pressure inside of this chamber. So this attached tube is usually open to the atmosphere at the very top, and it's filled in with some liquid. Now this entire device, the gas and the liquid have come to a hydrostatic equilibrium state, which means that one, the liquid filled in this tube here on the right, all of this, has constant mass density. It's an incompressible liquid. Usually we just use mercury as the liquid to fill into this tube to measure gas pressure in this chamber, but it doesn't always have to be mercury. The important thing here is that that liquid has constant mass density. So in other words, rho, which is our mass density, is constant. It's the same across all points in that liquid, or in other words, the liquid is incompressible. What do we know about liquids in hydrostatic equilibrium? Well, we know that if we were to draw a horizontal line anywhere throughout this tube, we would know that the pressure at here and here, which are 2 points across that same horizontal line, they have equal pressure. So if I were to draw a horizontal line right here, and I've drawn this line exactly where the gas meets the liquid, then I can safely assume that if I call this pressure, let's say B, and this pressure A, I can say that because this system is in hydrostatic equilibrium, that pressure A is equal to pressure B. Now, the important thing about pressure A is that we know that pressure at the liquid here is the same as the pressure of the gas at the same exact point, right? We're in hydrostatic equilibrium. So really, this equation on the right here is also equal to the pressure of the gas in the chamber. We already know how to calculate pressure in liquids, and we can do that using the hydrostatic pressure equation. But that equation is the pressure at any depth in the liquid is equal to P naught plus rho g h. Now, h, remember, is the height down to the point that we're studying from P naught. So if I said this right here was P naught, this level surface at the top of the tube, that is our P naught. So our h is going to be from that line all the way down to that line that we're studying. Now we already know what rho is, right? It's just the mass density of this liquid. G is just the gravitational constant, and h is, again, the distance from P naught down to the point that we're studying. So if I were to say that we could use this equation to essentially get what PB is, well, PB is equal to PA, and PA is right here, and we know that PA is equal to P gas. So the pressure at this line right here is really the pressure of the gas because of this. If I said that P naught is just open, it's just the atmospheric pressure in this case because this liquid is open to the atmosphere, then this equation that we wrote in pink, this really becomes pressure of gas is equal to P naught. Well, P naught, remember, is 101,300 pascals plus rho g h. Now remember, rho is the mass density of the liquid. Awesome. So we found the equation to basically get the pressure of the gas inside of this chamber. And if I wanted to simplify this equation for this particular case, then I could just say that the pressure in the chamber for the gas is equal to 1 atm plus rho of the liquid times the gravitational constant times h. Okay, so now I want to talk about a special case. So in this top scenario, we actually had our h value that was positive. Remember, positive h is where we measure from P naught, wherever P naught is, down to the liquid that we're studying. Now, in this case, we actually had the liquid inside of this tube here on the right be greater than this line, or the pressure where the gas met the liquid. So in this case, h was positive, right, because we're measuring down into the liquid. Now, in this case, we actually have the liquid on the right side be lower than the point where the gas meets the liquid. So this point is higher than this point, right? Whereas on the top example, we actually had this point be lower than this point. So how do we deal with a case like this? How can we figure out what the pressure of the gas inside of this chamber is when the liquid on the right side is lower than the liquid on the left side? Well, remember, this system is still in hydrostatic equilibrium, which means the liquid inside of the tube is incompressible and the liquid is in hydrostatic equilibrium. And both of those assumptions, we're saying that rho, the mass density, is still constant. So could we use this equation up here that we found a few minutes ago for this system here on the left, where the liquid on the right side is lower than the liquid on the left side? Well, let's think about it, right? So because this system is still in hydrostatic equilibrium, if I were to draw a line right through the tube, I know that the pressure at this point is still the same as the pressure at this point. And we know that on the right side, this pressure right here is P naught because it's open to the atmosphere. So the pressure at this point, which I will call pressure A, is equal to P naught, which is 101,300 pascals. So that must mean the pressure here, which I'll call pressure B, is also equal to P naught, or PA, which is 101,300 pascals. So pressure B is the same as P naught is the same as PA. Why? Because they're all along this same line. So now let's talk about our hydrostatic pressure equation. Again, that equation is right here. The pressure at any depth h is equal to P naught plus rho GH. And remember, h is always the depth from P naught to the point that we're studying. So in the top example, our P naught was here at the open surface, so our h was from that surface down to this line that we were studying. In this case, our P naught is right here, but in this case, h is actually up to the point that we're studying. What is that point that we're studying? We're trying to figure out what the pressure is right there, right at this point. So if I were to draw a line here, then our h would be from here up to this line. So let me draw the line where we want to study, which is this. So this is the pressure of the gas that we want, right? And h is going to be from P naught up to this point. So, in other words, pressure of gas is going to be equal to P naught, which is 101,300 pascals, plus rho, which is the mass density of the liquid, times G times H. However, because we're going against gravity, right? Because we're going in the opposite direction of gravity, we're going up to measure h instead of going down, our h is going to be negative. So we can still use the same equation here to figure out what the gas pressure is in this chamber, but in this case, we're going to have an h equal to a negative value.